Well, hello and welcome to Journey to the Stage. Anytime you are going on a journey to anywhere, especially a stage, it can be so exhilarating, but it can also be very terrifying. And I'm so happy to be here today with some of the National Speakers Association Academy members and instructor who we're going to talk about the journey that these students have gone through over the last couple of months. And at the NSA in Connecticut, we are having a SAS talk, which is where these wonderful students have gone through this program and they give a 5-minute speech on a subject of their choice. And it's called the Speaker Academy Student Showcase. And you are invited to come, but let's talk about the journey to the stage. Welcome, everybody. Let's just go around the room and introduce ourselves. We have Debbie. Debbie, tell us about yourself. Debbie Harris.
I'm Debbie Harris. I'm the co-founder of Main Street Weight Loss, which is one of the things I'll be talking about. And I'm very, very excited to be here.
That's awesome. We're happy to have you. And Kathy Lezon.
Hi, everyone. Kathy Lezon. I'm still working full time and found out about this great program from Lisa Lelis, and I decided to give it a try. So I'm excited to take part in it.
That's great. And Randy.
And hi, I'm Randy Kay, and I am one of the instructors of the Speakers Academy, but like any good instructor, I'm also always learning. I'm a professional speaker and author and actor and improv actor and radio broadcaster and voiceover talent, and it all adds up to communication and words. So I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. And you have such a soothing voice. I love it.
Thank you. I tell my children when I'm yelling at them.
Well, so, I have to admit, and a lot of people don't know this, but I had an extreme fear of going in front of people on a stage, in front of anyone, really. And I got really comfortable doing it by going through the academy, which I attended about 4 to 5 years ago. And I had really never done a speech in 20 years. And I remember it was exhilarating, but terrifying at the same time. And so I want to kind of talk to the students and ask you, first of all, what inspired you to want to take this journey to the stage? Deb?
I used to do a lot of public speaking, pre-COVID, in another state, in another business, actually. And I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Fast forward now, I hadn't done it in a long time, was just doing a lot of video, podcasts, guesting, and whatever. And a friend recommended that I join the NSA and then that I jump on to join the Academy several months ago. And I thought, why not? Like Randy said, I'm a schoolaholic, always learning. And I thought, okay, let me do this. I'll try this. And I'm very glad that I did.
Kathy, tell me a little bit about what your goals were in joining the Academy.
Well, I found out about it through Lisa Lelis. I also work with Lisa as an acting coach. So I've been doing some acting, and I have also done a lot of public speaking throughout my career, and thought, well, this sounds interesting. And she told me a little bit more about it, and then sent me some information about the Academy and said, hey, we've got a new class starting. Why don't you get on board? And so I did. I really wanted to learn more on the professional side and, just see where I could go with it.
Mm-hmm. Randy, tell us a little bit about, because you're an instructor, the Academy is about a 3-month course. It's an in-person course. On Saturdays they meet, right? Mm-hmm. What do students learn in the Academy?
Yes, that's a really good question. And it is 4 weeks, but it could be, it's 4 classes, but there are actually 12 modules. So various chapters of NSA, which by the way stands for National Speakers Association, not Security Administration, just in case you're wondering. NSA is National Speakers Association. And we want to take good speakers and turn them into paid speakers, whether it's part of promoting what you're currently doing or whether you want speaking to be its own business. Speaking is a business. So there are many places to go to become a better speaker, including Toastmasters, which is wonderful. And we want to do that in the Academy, but also in National Speakers Association and the Academy. We want to take you through modules like making a business plan, what are platform mechanics, the structure of a speech. Do you have additional merch or books? How do you write a book? How do you make a business out of getting up in front of a group and promoting what you do and teaching what you do? And so there's a lot more to professional speaking than just being a good speaker. So we want to cover all of those things in the 12 modules. I, in particular, was more focused on the presentation skills, and what for many people is the forgotten first step of presentation skills, which is actually structuring your speech. Making sure you know what you want the audience to do or feel or think at the end of your speech, and then thinking of that as the trunk of the tree and making sure everything you add to it has something to do with your main purpose. And then I come back at the end of the academy. So we do 2 or 3 modules a month, and we do them all in person on that one day. And the students are encouraged to work together on Zoom in between and to reach out for help. And I do the big wrap up at the end as well.
I remember I went through the academy, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, and I just love the camaraderie and being with the people all day long. And there's so much to learn. And also just, I didn't have a topic to speak on. I had no idea how I was going to become a professional paid speaker. But through the academy, I actually developed my topic, and then I ended up writing a book after that. So it even helped with that process. But I'm curious, for Deb and Kathy, what was the biggest aha moment for you, or how did you evolve through the academy?
Well, for me, I would say that this was really the first time I wrote down what I was going to say and then memorized it. In the past, I knew my subject well. I would have maybe a PowerPoint, maybe just some bullet points that I had been working on, and would just let it flow. This was a lot more structured and also memorizing it. So that was a different experience for me.
Kathy, what does it really take to be a powerful public speaker, do you think?
Wow. I think it takes a lot of you. And I related to just what you said when you started this part of the discussion, Pat, because I too struggled with, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? Everybody in the class had their own business, and they were going to talk about something in their own business. They'd written books, they're doing podcasts, and I'm going, I don't do any of that. And I really struggled. I really, really struggled. And thanks to Randy, who was a tremendous help and could see my stress, she actually, along with Debbie and a few other classmates, pulled together and did a little brainstorming with me on the last day of the academy and helped me realize, gosh, I do know some things on my own. I do have skills. I do have knowledge that I can impart and share and help other people. So it is just really, opened my eyes and given me really an exciting outlook to say, I could do this. And like you, I hope that I can write a book soon. So I'm very excited how I kind of was born into, I can do this. And these 2 ladies were very instrumental in helping me get there.
It's very empowering when you realize that, and I think a lot of people get hung up on this. I know I certainly did. I thought, well, I don't know, the information that I know, doesn't everyone know that? And it's not the case. I know that because I'm a subject matter expert, just like you all are, but not everybody else knows that. I think people get caught in that trap, right, Randy?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, Kathy, thank you for the kudos, but all I did was light the fire. All I did was put a match to it. It was your group. First of all, it was your courage to speak up and go, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
To say that and open yourself up and have that vulnerability, and to allow the group to be open to the brainstorming. And that was probably one of my favorite moments ever teaching the academy for all the years that I've taught it, because I love to see the group come together and help each other. And I will say that Thank you. And, you made it special. And I have to say that I have heard all of the SAS talks, or at least a draft of them, because they all came to my house and we helped each other. And that's the beauty of it. I love to see when people help each other and make each other better. And I'm a big fan of coaching. I'm working on a solo show myself, and I'm taking a class, and I have a coach, but I also love learning from the other students. When you take a class, there's
Yes.
something about learning from the other students that, we lost it during COVID and we've got it back, and we should take advantage of it. And, that comes to the National Speakers Association meetings as well. The people who come to the meetings that they can come to always get something out of it. There's a topic, we bring in a speaker about a topic, but it's more about seeing that speaker speak, seeing how they do things, networking beforehand with the other chapter members, hanging around the people who are doing or who also want to do what you want to do is invaluable.
Yeah.
And many of us came and supported Pat Laurie when she made an incredible speech.
All right,
It was so good.
I did this speech. I cried. I lost my place. I actually had I mean, I was like, to me, I was a hot mess when I did my speech, but I was so happy that I did it. I can't even tell you. And the thing I like the best about the SAS talks is that they're short, they're to the point, and then at the end, you get handed an index card and you write a little note to the presenter about your impressions, just a little note, which I still have those notes. And I look at them from time to time, and everybody has a different, perception of how your speech was perceived. And to me, that was just valuable information. And it's not just to say, like, some of it was constructive criticism. A lot of it was just very supportive, but getting that feedback immediately was amazing. So I have to ask, because you guys are getting ready to do your SAS talks, your 5-minute, very well-crafted speeches on June 12th. Are you nervous?
I would say I'm more excited and anxious to get it done than nervous. But
No?
I'm
Yeah,
more
I feel the
nervous.
same.
Yeah.
I feel the same. I will enjoy it though, because after having the practice session that we had, that Randy kindly hosted at her home last Friday, I was like, all right, this is going to work.
Right.
So
Right.
I felt so much more comfortable and confident that, I had my test audience and they responded well. So yes, I'm ready and excited to share my talk.
And there are beautiful stories and beautiful messages in the 6 speeches. But by the way, the meeting where the SAS talks are taking place is taking place in Connecticut, in New Haven, at the Yale Graduate Club. And it is also the final meeting of the year of the National Speakers Association Connecticut chapter. So we celebrate the year and give awards and introduce our new president. But if you like TED style talks, come and watch, experience what the chapter is like. This is one of the best meetings to come and see what NSA Connecticut is all about. The, first time guests, it's only $45. And if you come, and you get a meal with that, a really delicious meal.
So you learn so much, you get the community.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that for anyone that's curious about public speaking, developing their professional speaking, just wanting to be in a community of other people who have just gone through this, because we have all gone through this, right? Come and see the SAS talks, meet some fabulous people, and the Yale Graduate Club is so in its own right. And to register for that event, you just go to nsact.org, and the event's coming up on June 12th. Any final words for advice to others that might be considering doing the academy, which, by the way, happens, I think, next January or February.
February, it starts again.
You can go on the website and check it all out and register way before then. But any advice, ladies?
I would just say, if you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I could never do that. I mean, I like what Kathy said, turn the word nervous into excitement. And it's a wonderful experience. And you meet some of the most amazing people. So even from a network standpoint, I highly recommend it. And I hope people do come down on June 12th so they can see Kathy and me up there.
Oh, and Debbie, tell us what is the title of your talk?
3 strategies for releasing weight and minimizing menopause symptoms. There you go. Every single woman over 40 should be there on June 12th.
Love it. Absolutely. And Kathy, what about your topic?
My topic is education and life skills, the key tools for success.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we can all learn about life skills and weight loss. Whew. So I'm looking forward to hearing both of those speeches. And Randy, thank you so much for being on the, at the Academy and supporting the students. And of course, to Lisa Lelis, who runs the Academy, because it is such an empowering, inspiring experience. And I remember getting a very big book too. You got a giant workbook, and it's just, you keep that workbook, you refer back to it, you look at your growth. It's pretty awesome. So check out the NSA and join us, please, because I'd love to meet fellow speakers that are just sort of curious about it. So we will see you on June 12th. 5:30, and you can register at nsact.org. We will see you then. Thanks, ladies, for joining me. Good luck with your
Thanks.
rock